Hey everybody, how are we all? Back again. Just a follow on from yesterday's video where I'm going to test out the durability of this brush painted Tamiya acrylic dark yellow that I've put down on this cross belt on this bust that I'm working on. So I'm going to use Vallejo Wash, it's called Oiled Earth. Kind of a red-brown pigment. I'm just going to mix that up. It isn't actually that colour, but I'm not sure if this is... It's an interesting wash, this, anyway. It's sort of quite a heavily pigmented wash. I probably think it's more suited for vehicle modelling or diorama modelling. But I quite like this one because it's good for leather. I'm going to put a drop in there, so you actually see that it's quite a dense pigment. I don't really, no, just give that a little bit more of a shake and see if I can get any more pigment out of there. Really get this mixed up. It's got a little ball bearing in there to just agitate it a bit more. So I'm just, oh yeah. See, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's a little bit more red browny. It's got more of that pigment in it. I'm actually going to put a drop of this Vallejo Retarder medium in it just to slow down the drying time. There we are. So I want to sort of spread this out over this base coat and see how it looks. So I'm just going to mix that up with my stirrer. It could even be a little bit thinner. I'm actually going to... Man, that is a very thick wash. It's more like very viscous. I'm going to put a drop of flow improver in here as well. Which, 2 drops then. That's a little bit approximate, but because I just really want this to flow well over the surface. It's a bit of an ad hoc recipe. That should be fine. Just test it out on a bit of blank card. Oh yeah, should be right. I might have to do a few coats of this wash. I'm just going to spread it out pretty liberally over the surface. Let it pour into all the crevices, and it definitely flows a lot better with those 2 additives from Vallejo that I've put in that. It's probably a little bit too transparent, if anything. It definitely flows well. I can always add 2 or 3 or more coats, or change up the kind of hue with a different wash. I might just lay this on a little bit, put a bit more on, really kind of not flood it, but quite liberal with its application. because I really want to change that tone of the under or the base coat to more of a leather colour, and then I can sort of start adding highlights and more body to it. Just try and work this into the crevices a little bit more. Even add a little bit of, look, the brush strokes don't matter too much there. I just don't want any tide marks is all. Just a few, sort of line striations that have occurred from drawing the brush along don't matter too much. I might even do it back this way into those corners. And down into there. I'll make this a short one tonight, folks, because I have an early night tonight. Got to get up very early tomorrow, watch the England versus Argentina game for the World Cup, which I'm sure many of you will also be doing. Any England fans, maybe even a few Argentina fans. No judgment there, guys. Yeah, it's a very, how shall we say? Look, I don't want to get to the weeds here, but yeah, quite a bit of history and backstory to it. Got a cat here or something in that, so I'm going to try and get that out of there. Here's this trusty little tool from Vallejo, this spay I mean, that I picked up recently. It's quite handy for getting dust or fur, whatever, lint. There we go, got it. Out of paintwork. I'm going to be lazy, and well, not lazy, I'm going to speed things up and hit this with a hairdryer and just see if I can give this another kind of run over with the wash. Excuse that noise. Still a bit of a damp spot there. Anyway. It's going to build up some of this around these eyelets, and there's even a bit of sort of a few scratches on the, I don't know if that was intentional or part of the design process when they made this, which is pretty sure it's, well, I can tell because there were a few layer lines in a few nooks and places when I bought this, but it didn't have any support, so I think it was CAD designed. The master was 3D printed, and and then they cast it in resin after that, which is a very strange resin too, because when I was cleaning it up and sanding it, it didn't behave like normal epoxy resin. It behaved almost like a plastic, so I don't know what sort of resin the guys at Scale 75 used. I'm just trying to get this wash down along the side. I'm going to remove this because it's getting in my way. Whoops. Getting in my way again, as it was yesterday. Just to try and hook into this very hard to reach spot there. There. So it's sort of serving a couple of purposes, namely, one, it's helping define the borders of this area. Oops, sorry, I went out of shot there. And also to give it more body by sort of emphasizing the corners and recesses and little nooks. This is working really well anyway. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to leave that to dry for a little bit and come back. And yeah, I've got a bit of a tide mark there. Look, it doesn't matter too much. This is in no way a final coat or anything. It's the thing with washes, you sort of have to keep them moving. Oh, there's a cat here again, or a bit of dust, or a bit of lint. Oh man, it's back again. I think I got it that time. It's interesting because these retarder, or the retarder medium and the flow improver, well, since I've added them, they've really helped allow me to kind of work this and keep on working it. And they are quite handy things. I think in all, if you're using acrylic paints like Vallejo or AK, and the other, many other brands that are out there. I'm pretty happy with this result. Not bothered by the streaks at all, because I can really work with them, or allow them to work for me, should I say. Leather's it's a very diverse material. It can be dyed, it can be patterned, it can, and then when it ages, it can take on all sorts of different effects. So just want to kind of get this nice bit of body of that wash down into these crevices around the buckle there. Right, I'm going to leave it at that for the moment, and I will be back.